All right, so what we have right here is a, a bat pattern that should be completing out of this box up here. Let's see if we take our fib. My bad, let me grab my fib. We take that from our anchor point, which is our level of resistance up here. And we follow the market all the way down to our X leg, follow the market from our X leg. We have our A, fibbing off that XA move to give me that B point, hit that 50% retracement. So that's my B point. And I fib out my AB move, which should also give me a 50% retracement. I have my I take my fib from my AB, fib that out, looking for a 50% retracement. We got that. We got that 50% touch minimum. Again, it's my C leg. As long as the C leg doesn't close below the A leg, we're fine. And for the final piece of the puzzle, we have our XA. We take the entire ratio of from this pattern from X to A to give us our entry point, which is at the 88.6, which is right here for that D completion. So let me clear all the drawing tools out and actually draw it up for you guys. So X to A to B, B to C, and D should complete up here. So we're gonna come back to this one right here. If you guys want to, you can set pending orders at 0.71, 960. Yeah, 960. So it should push up there and hit that order. So going back here, so that's one harmonic pattern right there. The other harmonic pattern is right here, which is the cipher pattern. This is my go-to move in the market. My start point will be my anchor leg, which is right here, level of resistance. Follow the market all the way down to this level of support, which is right here. So I have my X leg, I have my A leg, and I want to measure out this move right here. So from X to A, I want to see what this Fibonacci ratio gives me. So let me go ahead and clear this off real quick and grab my fib. And I'm looking for a minimum 38.2 to 61.8 without price closing above that 618. You see price came here and gave me that 50% retracement right here. Let me grab my pen. Price came and gave me that 50% retracement. Exactly what we're looking for. And now what I want to do is go ahead and grab my let me delete this and let me grab my Fibonacci extension tool. And what I'm about to do is label this out one more time for you. So we have X, we have A, we have X, we have A, which is this level right here. We have our B. And what I want to do is go ahead and grab my Fibonacci extension, take it from X to A, all the way back up to X. And I'm looking for price to give me that 1272 touch. That 1272, trying to line that up with the X perfectly. Let me bring it down just a little bit. All right, there we go. So I'm looking for that 1272 touch without price. That's my minimum, that 1272 without price closing below this 1414 at the bottom. You can see price came here and hit that 1272, giving me a valid C leg. So it's my valid C point right there. And the completion of that move is at the 78.6. So if I take my fib from the entire move from X all the way down to C, let me go ahead on and do it this way. X all the way down to C. Here's my 78.6. I'm gonna put a trend line right there. a trend line right here at this 78.6 level. And let me make that a little bit bigger and change the color. Let's change it to, no, not green, because we got that green harmonic over there. Let's turn it, let's go white. Let's make that a little bit thicker. So you can see that that's the our entry point for the cipher pattern. I'll go ahead and draw this out. So we have X, X to A to B, B to C. C completes at this right here. I'm not going to take the entire move right here. I'm only going to take where I would have entered the trade, which is that white line right there. So that's another harmonic pattern right there. And that right there dropped for about, let's see, it dropped for about 45 pips, which is a good trade. We were in drawdown on that trade, probably about 20 pips, and we ended up getting about 45 out of that trade. So that's another harmonic pattern that actually completed. And what I'm looking at right now is if price can go this same pattern that you see, let me delete this. So this same harmonic pattern that you all see right here is happening also right here, the bigger picture. So you see how, you stay in sync with the market. You got these different harmonic patterns and they all happen back to back. These harmonic patterns, they happen back to back. So, just by being able to, train your eye to see the market harmonically, you'll be able to start catching these different types of moves. And we're on a 15-minute chart right now as well. So, like I say, this is a scalp trade on a lower time frame. So if price does push up and give us this entry point at the 88.6, then I could possibly ride this trade all the way down to this entry point right here, because this right here is my, let me clear my chart real quick. So this right here is my X leg, my A leg, my B leg, my C leg, and this is the D leg for this harmonic pattern that you see right here in green. Now, this overall harmonic pattern that I was showing you right here, let's see, this right here will be my X leg, this will be my A leg, this is my B leg, this will be my C leg, and the D leg will complete down here. So, like I say, I'm hoping that this, I'm going to enter this trade right here, but I'm waiting for, I'm going to keep my eye on it too, as well, because if it breaks above this this X leg right here, if this leg breaks above that X leg, then it's going to cancel out the bigger harmonic pattern, which is right here. But if this level holds and it doesn't break above that X leg, then I might ride it all the way down here and possibly get a nice trade opportunity. So I'll be selling it to the downside right here, and then buying it back up, because I have two harmonic patterns in one. And I'll show you the harmonic pattern over here as well. So we have our, again, let me break that down. So yeah, I'm actually about to enter this trade right now on AU. Where is it? AUD USD. Because I see it starting to push up into that zone. It's at 71936, and I want to get in at 960. So let me be a little bit more patient and wait for it to push up there. Ray, how do we get confident to see patterns back to back like that without any consolidation? Is it a matter of training the eye? I'm only getting into trades that have consolidation, but I don't want to get confident to see them. Yeah, it's basically just training your eye. And I mean, the more you see it, the better you're gonna get at it. The The more you see it, the better you're gonna get. This is the bat pattern right here. And if let me delete this. Again, if I go ahead and take my field from this level of support all the way up to this level of resistance. So I took my field from my X all the way up here to my A. So it's X leg, A leg, follow the market from my A leg on down. Boom, give me that 50% touch right here. So now I'm looking for a potential bat pattern. Now this could push up into a cipher pattern if price breaks above it. All right, so I'm looking to enter the trade right here. If price decides to push up, and this is just me staying ahead of the game, just staying ahead of the game. So if price does decide to push up, then I know I can be looking for a potential cipher pattern, and then I know what my next move is. So if I go ahead and take my field from take my Fibonacci extension for the cipher pattern from X to A, all the way back down to X. Price could push up here. Price could push up here into this zone up here. So I'm giving myself options. Price could push all the way up into this zone. And if it pushes up into that zone, then I know I'm looking for a potential cipher pattern. But if I take my field from here all the way up here, let's just say it completes at the 127 level, I'm still expecting price to push down here overall into this zone. And if it pushes down here at this 78.6 level, then I'm going to be entering that trade also for a buying opportunity. So these are just a couple of options. So like I say, I'm going to enter a sell opportunity right here, just for a scalp opportunity. Damn, I didn't mean to erase everything. Oh well. Yikes. So yeah, price push up here and hit that 88.6 level, then I'm going to go ahead and sell it. I mean, technically I could enter it right now. It's like, what, 5 pips. I'm gonna just wait until it hits up there. I see also I have a some overbought action over here as well. And I'm thinking that if price does continue to push up and hit that C leg for the cipher pattern, then this right here could create some type of divergence on the RSI, since this is already overbought with this harmonic completion right here that can complete. So like I say, we're gonna wait and see how this plays out. So I have my options. If the trade doesn't go my way with this harmonic pattern, then I have my options. So what I'm showing you guys right now is the same thing that happened to me on last week on GbpAud. So on GbpAud, I don't know if any of you guys remember, but on GbpAud I had a was on the hour chart, I think it was, or was it it was on the hour chart. So on GbpAud I had this harmonic pattern right here. X to A to B, B to C. C, I think D completed at the 88.6, which is, let's just say right here. So I had this harmonic pattern right here on GbpAud, okay? And on the higher time frame, I had a much bigger harmonic pattern, which is, and let me change this color real quick for you guys. Change that to, let's go white. So you see the harmonic pattern in white. This right here is a Gartley pattern. But what happened with this, I saw this this bat pattern right here forming in green, and I felt like I can go ahead and enter this trade for a sell and at least get target one to hit for this before it actually completes, before price actually pushes up from here into this zone where I actually wanted to enter for another opportunity. So looking at this on a much bigger time frame, I stated that if price completes, if price doesn't respect this green harmonic pattern, which clearly it didn't, then my entry point will be out of this box right here. Let me highlight that box for you all real quick. My entry point will be out of this red box right here. And look what happened. Price went right up there into that box and completed the Gartley pattern just as I wanted it to, and then from there it reversed and dropped. So let me throw that back on there real quick. X to A to B, B to C, C to D right here. So yeah, just like I wanted it to play out, is working in our favor right now. So you can see right now currently up about, that's a 300 pip move right there, okay? And we still have room to go. So let me see. So you guys, should really start getting used to catching moves like this. So this right here is about, if it hits target one, which is a 38.2, that'll be about a 350 pip move. Target two will be about damn near 600 pips, pretty much. So like I say, I'm only going for target one on this trade right here. Yeah, you had that, nice. So yeah, I mean, honestly, I could take profit right now and just be happy. That's, like I say, 300 pip move off of this right here. Let me go back to AUD USD real quick. Go down to back to a lower time frame. Like I said, I wanted to push up here and complete. Just give me one more push to the upside, and we'll be getting about, if it completes up here, we'll get about, let's say 20 pips for target one, and for target two, it'll be about 32 pips for target two. So you can expect these type of moves on a much smaller time frame. But let's see, if price does continue all the way down here to the downside and complete at, if this leg right here holds as a C leg, if this D leg right here holds as a C leg, then what we have, we can look for a nice, really nice move to the downside, because this will complete at the 88.6, which is right here. And if I enter, we enter that trade for a sell opportunity, we can potentially gain about, that'll be a 100 pip move right there to the downside, right? And then guess what? I know where my next entry point will be for me to enter another trade, and I'll buy that trade to the upside. So, so yeah, it's just a waiting game right now. Another trade that How many people still in GbpCad from last week? GbpCad. So GbpCad, right? This is another harmonic pattern that we had set up on GbpCad. All right, so here we go. Let me zoom out. I think I called it off the 1 hour chart, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 1 hour. All right, so GbpCad. So with this trade, we have, this is my stop loss up here. We have a bat pattern on GbpCad. So on GbpCad, what we have to do is my stop profit was hit. So, all right. Yeah, that's another thing about stop profits and so forth. So stop profits, I'm not sure when you put your stop profit on there. I don't adjust. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I don't adjust my my stop loss or anything until it hits target one or it stops me out of the trade, or unless I just feel like closing a trade and I just close the entire trade. But other than that, I don't move my stop losses even if I'm in profit. So GbpCad got in this trade last week. Last Tuesday, I think it was last Wednesday. We got into this trade for a sell, and right now we were up about, we got in right here. We were up about 80 pips on that trade. Had a little bit of drawdown, perfectly fine. So what happened with this trade, like I say, you got that consolidation right there, right? Prices came up here, consolidated, and then finally decided to push to the downside. Now, I've been in this trade since last Wednesday. So, and for me, I'm used to this, being stuck in trades before it actually decides to make up its mind and take off. But I actually got 2 entries off of this trade right here. Let me go down to a lower time frame and show you my second entry. So if I go down to a 15-minute chart, so where is it? Let me see. So here on a 15-minute chart, here on a 15-minute chart, let me see if I can find that pattern. Hold on. All right, I think I found it. Let me zoom in some. Was it this? All right, here we go. All right, so I'm trying to see, y'all. I got 2 harmonic patterns right here. So here we go right here. So I'm going to start right here, and it was 2 cipher patterns that happened. So I'm going to start right here. Is my X leg right here. Let me erase that. I don't know what I just did. My bad. So this is my X leg. Follow the market to the downside. This is my A leg. Follow the market up. This should be my B point. So if I go ahead and grab my fib, I take it from X to A. That my B leg should not close above the 618. Okay. So you can see that price did not close above the 61.8%. It wicked it. Like I always mention, it can come up in a wick it, but if price closes above it, then this right here will be invalid. So that's my B leg. I'm gonna remove that. So I got my B leg. If I take my fib extension from X to A, all the way back up to X, I'm looking for that 1272 touch. Price came right here to the T and it touched it. So now I have my B leg, my C leg, and I'm looking for that 78.6 completion to complete at the looking for the D to complete at the 78.6. So I'll take my fill from X to C, and the D is right here. So I would enter right here for a sell. X, A, B, C, completion at D, which completed right here. So that's one cipher pattern right there. That trade went on and hit for about 45, about 50 pips. So I'm going to leave that one there, and then we are going to go to the next one. So the next one, which is, hold on, let me see something. So this, I'm gonna just do this right here would have been a bat pattern right here. I think yeah, it would have been a bat pattern, but it didn't complete at the 88.6 right there. So that made it invalid. It is not, well, yeah, invalid, but it would have missed our limit anyway. Let me see if that was correct. I'll take my fill from here to here. Yep, that would have been, it would have missed our entry point by a little bit. So that's one harmonic pattern right there. Technically, yeah, this thing dropped. That's about an 80 pip drop from our entry point right there. And then it came over here and created another harmonic pattern. So again, it's all about training your eye to see these different movements. Six on 8. All right, cool. So I actually see two harmonic patterns right here that played out. So let me zoom in. So I got two harmonic patterns right here. Start from here is my X, follow the market. This will be my A leg. Follow the market, this will be my B leg. So let's see what this level right here gives us if I take my fib and I fib that out. So from X to here, it gives us a 50% touch. It did hit the 61.8, came close, but it gave us that 50%. So I have XAB identified. So now what I want to do is take my Fibonacci extension from my X leg all the way down to my A and back up to my X. So X, A, B. And I want to take my Fibonacci extension from X, A, all the way to B. I'm sorry, X, AX. And price then came here. Okay. And it pushed back up. This is a ugly cipher pattern, all right? This move right here, when price came back up, it never hit the 127 right here. Price moved back up. The reason why this is still valid is because it did not close above our B leg, which is right here. Okay. And then price then fell and hit that 1272 level right here, giving us a valid C leg. Makes sense. So now we have that C leg. I'm looking for that D completion, which is the 78.6. I'll take my fill from X to C to get the D. Enter at that 78.6 for the sell. So that would have been another, this was actually, I had two orders. This is my second order right here at this 78.6, and it dropped from that point. And I got about, I think about 100 something pips off of that second entry, plus my original entry that I had as well. So that is the harmonic pattern right there that I see: XA, XA, D, C, D, complete at the 78.6. Like I say, it's not all that cute, but it works. Okay. So the other pattern that I saw, let me delete everything again. Same as that leg. Okay, I'm going to take this level of resistance right here as my anchor leg. So from X, follow the market all the way down to A. I'm going to take my fib and measure out this move and this move to get my B point. So I'll take my fib from here, from my X all the way down to my A. And from there, I want to follow the market from here. So I got X, I have A. I want to follow the market from my A leg, follow it, boom, give me my level of resistance right here, hit the 61.8. Guess what? That's my B point. Now, what I want to do is go ahead and identify my C leg. So from A to B, I want to fill out that level from A to B, and I'm looking for a price to give me a 61.8, which is right here, which is a valid for my C leg. Some people take it at the 38.2. I don't do that. The C leg has to hit the 61.8 for me in order for me to be interested in trading the Gartley pattern. And it helps me, eliminate myself from the, exposure to the market and not just jumping on any type of harmonic pattern that people see. So now I have XABC identified. What I want to do now is take my fib, and when we're looking for a Gartley pattern, that B leg tells you what you're looking for. It tells you what you're looking for. Looking for that Gartley pattern. That Gartley pattern is going to give you a zone to trade out of, just like it did on GbpCad. X to A. Let me extend that out. Looking for that 78.6 right here. Let me go ahead and throw a trend line right there, 78.6, and then looking for that 1272 level as well for me to enter that trade. So is it A, B, A? Yeah, so from A to B, all the way back down to A. Again, I'm looking for that 1272 level, okay? So let me go ahead and throw a trend line on top of that 1272 level, which is right there. So this will be a zone that I'll be looking to enter out. I'll be looking to enter out of this zone right here for a sell opportunity. Now for that D completion. So like I told you, we have the cipher pattern right there, and then we had the Gartley pattern as well. So X A, A to B, B to C, C to D. Now this pattern looks a little more sexier. So looking at this now, because the Gartley pattern presents a zone for you to trade out of, what I would have done is, excuse me, what I would have done is measure out that zone and see how wide this gap is right here. That's going to help me with my entry point. When it's closer together, then I enter at the 78.6. When it's a little bit more, when it's a much more bigger gap, then I enter at the maximum completion of that, which is the 1272. What am I looking for? All right, so this gap is only about 5 pips. Okay, so it's not too much big of a deal. So I would enter at that 78.6, and then just write it down for that sell opportunity to the downside. So, like I said, that this little zone on a much higher time frame, when you start seeing consolidation as well like that, on a higher time frames, you can go down to a lower time frame and catch harmonic patterns out of consolidation like this. And like I say, these are big moves, 50 pip moves, 100 pip moves. You have the opportunity to to trade those as well. So if you guys did take GbpCad with me last week and you held on to it, then you should definitely be in profit. And like I said, I'm expecting this thing to continue to drop. Hopefully it don't start playing around and like yanking us and stuff. Like if I go ahead and take my fib from here to here, support to resistance, price could push down. I'm sorry. Price could, come up as high as this level right here, and then continue to drop to the downside. It might come up here and retest this level of support that we have over here, either this level or that level. This level gives us about a 61.8, and this level right here gives us that 38.2. So price could push up here and then drop from there and hit targets for us. So we'll see how that plays out. Go back and look at AUD/USD. So AUD/USD, yeah, right now it's just dancing around. Still didn't come up here and give me my entry point yet. So we're gonna wait and see what happens. We're gonna wait and see what happens and see if price gives us that entry point. Has anybody got any questions so far? Give me 2 seconds. If y'all got any questions, feel free to ask. Let's see. So far just learning. All right, cool. Give me like 2 seconds. So all right, I'm back. Do you trade purely based off harmonics, or do you combine other things such as market structure, fibs? Everything that you just saw me do. I trade naked with, I don't use indicators. I just use Fibonacci. Don't use market structures. Is fibs needed when you trade harmonics? Yeah, that's like the key component right there, Fibonacci, because it gives you the sense of direction of where to trade. But I don't really trade market structure or anything like that. So like this GbpCad trade, go to a 1 hour chart. Like stuff like this just like pop out and hit me in the face like all the time. Like if I just scan the markets, like this stuff just pop out and hit me in the face all the time. Like bam, okay. And I can look at, this level and that level and tell you what this level is without even really using my Fibonacci tool or anything like that. Because my eyes are just trained to do it, but it's a habit that I use my Fibonacci just to be, a little bit more surgical on the charts. So I'm not just, guessing and stuff all the time. But I don't use any indicators or anything like that. I will use RSI to see if I have some type of divergence with the harmonic pattern. Because if I do, then that's a higher probability to enter for a trade opportunity as well. Now, not always are you going to have divergence, no, but when I do have it, then I definitely enter. Let me see if we have any type of, I guess you can say this might be a form of divergence right here. Well, I don't know. All right, yeah, right here you got some divergence right here. You got the RSI going, I'm sorry, you got price going up, RSI going down. It created a little bit of divergence right there. So I will use, if I see divergence, then yeah, I definitely, add that into, I factor that into my trade as well. I saw something on Euro USD, or did I? I thought I did. I guess not. See, like this right here, I had this harmonic pattern set up. So I had this harmonic pattern set up for price to push to the downside, and I'll be looking to buy it out of this zone right here. But it looked like it's trying to play around. But let me see something. See, this is a 61.8 right here. This leg right here from here, from our X to our A to our B, it hit a 61.8 right here. But when I measure out the other side of this, from here to here, price doesn't hit the 61.8, so I wouldn't be looking for a Gartley pattern. So I would stay out of that for right now. But I say at this trend line break right here, price could come back up and come back and retest that trend line. And if it does that, then we could get price to push up here to this level up here. So now if I wish this right here pushed down to this, to push down to the 61.8, but it didn't. Because if it did, then what I see right here is a potential crab pattern from here to here to here, complete at the 1618 for a sell opportunity. And then that would have from here X, A, B, C. That'll be a crab pattern right there that we can, you know, potentially get a nice sell opportunity out of. But and then it lines up with that completion of the Gartley. Had it pushed down and gave me that 61.8 retracement, which it didn't. So I'm not even looking at it. I'm not interested in that trade for Gartley. Yeah, it's better using trading view for harmonics versus. I mean, I trade differently than the harmonic. I trade my harmonics slightly different than what the harmonic scanner prints out. I just look at that as a tool. But when you really want to break it down and like really dissect harmonic patterns, I don't use the same ratios that the harmonic scanner does. My ratios are different. It gives me less exposure to the market and higher quality trade setups. So when it does that, what do you do? What do you do close to pending order? Honestly, this is still a valid pattern. Well, let me see. Yeah, this is still a valid pattern right here. As long as it doesn't break above that A leg, if all of this over here, if this right here doesn't break above this A leg, and then it decides to drop down, it's still valid. The minute the C leg breaks above that leg, and you know breaks that structure, that makes it invalid. Just started IML today, so I'm trying to get all info possible before going live. Nice, welcome to the team, bro. So yeah, this will be a so if see, I don't want to get caught in the middle of no man's land either. So I was thinking about if it comes down and hit this trend line, then you know I'll be a buyer. But I'm just gonna be patient, just wait for price to push up here, hit this entry point, then sell it. So it can play around for days, weeks, months. I wouldn't say months, and you still keep your pending order. Yeah, as long as it doesn't break above, break my harmonic structure, then I'm good. So we're gonna see how this right here plays out. So, like I said, we're gonna see how this right here play out. If you guys want to, you can set a buy limit at 0.70 900. After a few weeks, you delete yours when that happens. So yeah, you can set pending orders right here for a buy limit at 0.70 900. So utilizing a fib for harmonics is useful for identifying B legs or all points. For every point, it's good for every point. The B leg just tell you what harmonic pattern you should be looking for. Because almost always you're gonna have period of consolidation, like you have right here, impulse leg to the upside, a pullback. That pullback is what you should be looking for, which is your B leg. So X, A, B, and then you feel out that level of support right here and this level of resistance to get this level right here. Could you go over the zone to enter the trade once again? The only harmonic pattern that has a zone is the Gartley pattern. That's the only one that really has a zone where you enter out of. This pattern right here, the bat pattern that we have right here, it doesn't have a zone. So it's just this price right here is where I would set my pending order. The price right here that you see, 0.70 900. And yeah, I use my stop loss for, I use the 113 and the 1272 and the 1272 for stop losses. But for the most part, I really keep a mental stop loss in my head. Like, okay, cool, I know that these two areas right here, this zone right here is where I, hide my stop loss. Because sometimes what happens is, price will complete the harmonic pattern, and then it'll come down, it'll touch it, and then take off in the direction that you wanted to go in. And you're like, dang, because this is like the textbook stop loss right here, that 113 level. So sometimes I hide it right above the 1272 or right under it, depending on how big my entry is, my risk is. Because this is 88.6 is where I would enter right here. So depending on how much my risk is as well. But for the most part, if it's a big risk, then I go in small with my order size. and I just let it ride out. But if it's not much of a big risk, then I just use my regular lot size and just go on about it. Yeah, sometimes it'll touch it and then it'll go in the direction that you want it to go. So anybody got any more questions before we exit the session? So like I said, you can have your buy limit at this price right here, 70900, and then we'll analyze that tomorrow when we get back on the charts. So I'm gonna drop the recording of this session right here in the chat. It'll be up sometime tonight, and you can come back in and watch the replay. This right here is also my YouTube channel right here, where I have my other recorded sessions. You can come here, click it, watch it, and learn as well. Pretty educational for you guys, and I think I explained it enough, easy enough for you guys to watch the videos and start picking up on it and training your eyes how to see the patterns and stuff. So that's my time for tonight, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be on at 8 p.m. Eastern. You're welcome. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.